Hi guys, I'm HeatoN here with a little prediction slash hype video for the Pinnacle Cup Championship that's gonna be played on Wednesday until Saturday next week in my home country, Sweden, down in Lund, south of Sweden, so easy to access for you Danish guys as well. It's gonna be a blast tournament. I'm already super excited about this. Today we got the news about Fnatic's new lineup. We have Krim still there, obviously, together with Messi. And they had Nikodos and Röy, and Alex is still going to be the game leader on some trial. I don't really understand it, but this is a really good lineup. We're going to dig in a little bit more to Fnatic later. If we look at the teams, we have Heroic, Astralis, Imperial, Big, MIBR, Finest, Evil Geniuses, and Fnatic. So we got quite some banger teams. And I'm going to start with my favorites. We do have Heroic. I do believe they are the best team here at this event. They have one of the best players in the world, Staven, there. They're probably not too happy with the major result. They would have expected more from themselves, and so did I, honestly. And they couldn't make it to IM Dallas now, and so I believe they're gonna come out swinging. This is gonna be a super important tournament for them, and I do believe they are the best team there to play together for a long time. I mean, they have HeatoN in the team, who's super experienced, very good player to have, together with Staven, and they're just a really, really good team. I see them being one of the best in the world. Astralis, if we go into them, they have one of the best players in the world there as well, in the case of Blame F, who's constantly, even though Astralis is struggling, he's putting up huge numbers. He's doing a tremendous work. He's basically the only thing that's consistent for him. That is that Blame F is going to deliver. Config is a super talented guy. He can either go 40 bomb and win a game himself, or he's non-existent on the server. And to be fair, that's quite a liability in case your team can't deliver as well. And to be fair, we have Supnix, who's one of my absolute favorite players ever. And I mean, he's been one of the best, if not the best in periods. But I mean, he started to struggling a bit. Farlig has been an upgrade from Lucky, I believe, but it's still, I mean, it's not Device. Definitely not. We do have some rumors about two big changes coming there. I'm not going to go into details here, but I don't see them being, I mean, unless Config starts, you know, having 40 bomb games all the time, I don't see them winning this, unfortunately. Imperial, the best in-game leader and upper for a very long time in the world, Fallen, is playing there. We still get to see a bit of old school Fallen. I mean, sometimes, so from games to game, from tournament to tournament, from day to day, but it's not, you know, the consistent Fallen that we saw up there, who was the best in the world at what he did for a very long time. He's still very, very good. But the player to watch there is Fur. I think Fur is, I mean, he's amazing. He's been playing like old school Fur, but hell, even better. And I do believe that Imperial, they had a really good major run. I do believe they can make it far. I'm actually considering one of the dark horse for this tournament. Because, you know, the experience they have, they started getting motivation running. Nobody expected them to, I mean, go as far as they did in major. But they did. I think they played beautiful CS. And they could have gone further, in my opinion. So that's going to be a dark horse to watch out for. And next we have Big. Big is doing an amazing job together with Searson, playing like the superstar is. And I mean, just beat Furia to win the group in IM Dallas. They're playing beautiful CS. They play like Germans do in every sport. Very organized. A bit too organized and slow. If you look at Searson sometimes, if you watch my stream, you understand what I mean. He's probably, I mean, maybe even the top 3 opera in the world, but I don't think they're utilizing him enough because he's a bit too passive. Hell, send in the guy. He's amazing. Just work with him more. He screams in quite a lot, but Big has been playing really well, and we have Krimbo, who's been considered the biggest talent in Germany that they had for years, and I totally agree with that. Amazing pickup, and get some young blood into the team. Having got B behind them, I think this is the main contenders for Heroic this tournament. It's going to be a final between Heroic and Big, so I'm super excited to see them facing off together. We have MIBR. Brasan is back, and that's a good thing. I mean, we saw in MIBR playing with the coach lately, and I mean, they have the firepower for it. They're not the most experienced players in that sense, but they do have the firepower. If they can get the momentum rolling, they're going to be super dangerous, and it's super fun to see Brasan back as well. Finest, hometown heroes. We have 3 Swedish players. I mean, the old school NIP player Twist is there. They've been playing really well lately. I'm actually super impressed by Anarchus, and I hope that we get to see a lot more of that good winning atmosphere they have in the team right now. Obviously, they're going to be playing versus some harder opponents in this one than they have recently, but I do believe that, I mean, with the hometown crowd, they can go far. They can definitely go far. And here comes the weirdest one. Evil Genius says, you just announced that they have a 15-man roster. I mean, somebody totally lost it. I mean, when I played professional, we tried to, you know, having a 6-man roster from time to time. It didn't work out because you need the, you know, the chemistry, you know, to know each other inside out, etc. I mean, it can work for some maps like we saw Navi with Bit before he got sent in. I mean, it can work for you know, for occasional maps, but in the long run, 6 players doesn't even work, and they're taking it like 10 steps above that. 15 players. I mean, I get the concept. 3 teams, and you take the ones who's performing the most. But it's gonna be just like a mixed team because you can't get any, how can you say, consistency with that. You're not gonna know your teammates inside out, which is super important in CS. That you know, I mean, even without communicating many times, you know what they're doing, where they're aiming, when the flash gonna come in, how you're gonna position yourself. With 15 players, hell, that's one of the worst ideas I've ever heard in my whole career. I don't see them succeeding here. I don't see them succeeding in the future with a 15-man lineup either. And then, last but not least, Fnatic, Crims, one of the most successful CSGO players ever. Great guy, great talent. I want to see him win tournaments again. But is this going to be the right team? Quite possibly, to be honest. I mean, Nikolas, is like I mentioned before, is one of the most developing AWP players in the world that we have. Super stable. One of the reasons that the Copenhagen Flames has been doing so good at the 2 recent majors, as we've seen. Together with Ray, I mean, they have Messi, they have good firepower. Alex being, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with the 5th spot. But they do have a very good team. And I think it's going to be a lot, actually, up to Crims in this one to see if he can perform and, you know, bring his team with him, with experience, with the name, with the you know, might he has as a player. It's going to be a lot put on his shoulders. If he can handle it, Fnatic is going to go far. So my prediction for this tournament is going to be Heroic big in the finals, and probably Heroic as the winner and Fnatic as the 3rd place. Imperial being somewhat of a dark horse in my opinion. I hope you guys will join us. There's still tickets available. It starts on Wednesday down in Lund, South Sweden, and with the finals being played in the arena on Saturday. Friday and Saturday are the arena events. I really hope to see you guys there. I'm gonna send on my stream. Hope to see you guys there unless you can make it to the arena. See you then.